I do it. Okay, recording. Okay, good.
Okay. Thanks.
So full screen. So we'll present UForge, UForge AppCenter. The latest version is 3.6. 3.6 is not yet released on our SaaS platform. It will be done in the next weeks, at least at the end of the month. We'll show you the 3.5. The features are quite similar, but 3.6 has more improvement in terms of features and a new layout. I will do so, Jorge, if you have the portal, but on my side, we can do a quick overview of the new portal. So just before beginning the presentation, so a few words about UForge. UForge has been acquired at the end in 2015, so last year, by Fujitsu. So we are very, very, very proud and happy to join Fujitsu. And UForge is now a R&D center, so focus on developing, continuing the development of UForge AppCenter. So we are based in Grenoble. The engineering team is based in Grenoble, France. So in terms of hybrid IT challenges, so to position UForge among a IaaS infrastructure, so UForge, UForge does not provide the IaaS infrastructure. UForge complement an existing IaaS infrastructure based on OpenStack, VMware, private or public cloud like Amazon or Google, by delivering a self-service for onboarding application to any cloud infrastructure. Is anyone having a problem with the audio?
Yeah, mine. Hello, Simon Wilson here. Mine kept dropping out. I missed a lot of that. If I'm the only person, I'll dial in on a phone as opposed to across the computer.
I think it must just be yourself, to be honest.
Right, carry on, and I'll just I'll dial in another method then. Okay, sorry. David Rose is having some sort of problems by the looks.
Yeah, you can also join the bridge call if the voice over IP does not work on your side. So as I said, UForge complement existing infrastructure, so based on private or public cloud. We are completely agnostic. UForge could publish services, software stack to any cloud environment. What we see in terms of challenges today is that today our customers have a lot of problem around building images for the cloud. They want to be agile, to be hybrid, to be able to deploy services in any cloud environment, private, public. So fully agile, fully hybrid, and get the process as much as possible automated, industrialized. And that's what UForge provide is really a tooling for enabling them to industrialize their machine image building for every cloud. The second aspect is an important aspect is workload migration, is to migrate existing workload, customer workload to the new targeted cloud. So for big customer, it's a big challenge, especially if the customer has 1,000 of VM to migrate to the new target cloud. They can do it manually, but it will take a lot of time and resources for them. So what UForge can provide is a tooling for automating their migration. So migrating their current workload to the new targeted cloud. Then the DevOps process, and this is what we are talking with Ron, DevOps process. So the feedback from our customer is that their DevOps process are really fragmented with limited collaboration between teams. So cloud has brought new challenges, and when the customer come to us, they want to modernize their process, to adapt and modernize their process. Today, we have a big customer who have a completely archaic process, and they want to modernize to have a tooling for automating all the process from developing the application and release in production in the different cloud. So it's a very complex. It can be very complex for the customer because they have a lot of teams. They can also lose the traceability because it's a tierce company who take care of building images, etc. So they want to really mutualize all their knowledge and process and make it as much as possible automated. And UForge can play a very important role in this process by managing templates. So building, maintaining templates, which is very flexible and agile, and generate in an automated way an image to the different cloud environment. The last one is the lack of control, especially when the customer has services deployed on different environments. They lose the control. They don't even know what is deployed. And UForge can help by auditing the current workload or doing the traceability via templates. So so I will explain you what is a template from UForge. So UForge manage template, and this is the core of the technology of the platform. In terms of value proposition, so is to make the customer agile, to help the enterprise. To make the enterprise cloud transformation a success. And we do it with UForge application templating. So UForge manage template instead of managing software stack images, which are very not flexible and very hard to maintain, to create. With UForge, via managing templates, you can very easily create your own template, choosing operating system, middleware application, configuration, and then from this template generate automatically an image compatible for the different cloud environment. So we go really 30 times faster, meaning that instead of doing it manually, you have a tool. So a tool speed up the process. So the process is behind completely automated. So you click on it's just one single click for generating an image for Amazon or Google or Azure, etc. So we are completely plug and play with the major IaaS infrastructure like VMware, OpenStack, Amazon, Azure, CloudStack, etc. Reduce IT cost for the IT priority is to migrate to the next generation data center or the cloud, the targeted cloud. This is a big challenge for the customer, migrating their workload to a new infrastructure. So they can do it manually, but as I said, it takes a lot of time and resources. With the tooling, for sure, you will automate process of scanning system and replicating them. So the customer will have a significant saving and time for their migration project. The last one is what we are discussing with Ron is enterprise DevOps announcement is to enable the customer to have a single DevOps platform, a DevOps platform that automate the process of to industrial end-to-end the process of between developing the application to generating an image in a prod environment. So UForge does not provide everything in the DevOps chain, but UForge can be plugged with existing frameworks like Jenkins, Maven, etc. Do the connection between the dev and the ops. That means that when the developer using Jenkins, Maven, etc., UForge can take this the result and recreate a complete environment and via templates, via UForge templates, and then generate it very rapidly to test environment or pre-prod or prod. So this is important to know is UForge can be controlled 100% via APIs. So everything you don't need to use the portal for the process. You can use directly APIs so that you can industrialize all the process from developing the application to put it in operation. In terms of offering, UForge can be used via as a SaaS platform. We host a UForge platform and we deliver as a SaaS solution to our customer. It's also part of FCSM and SFS offerings, Fujitsu offering. The platform can be delivered on-premise, so we deploy, configure the platform on-premise so that the customer get its own instance of UForge. We prefer to do it. The customer want to get the platform in-house, in intranet, for a security legacy reason. And we have a third offering, which is a focus on migration. So we deploy UForge on customer site and only for the migration project. So we have a request from customer that they want to use UForge for doing the migration and not necessarily for maintaining their software. In terms of technology, our technology is modeling. So what is a template for UForge is a model of the full application stack. It means that we have modelized all the layers of the stack. So you will have the operating system layer. You can choose between Linux and Windows operating system. So mainly based on x86. And we start to support ARM. We have modelized the middleware layer. So via different catalogs, you can add your own middleware. So DB, application server, etc. Add the application. And then on the configuration layer, you can add the scripts that will be launched during the boot. So you can add a different script that will be launched during the boot. And the last layer is the install profile. So you can preset some low information during the boot, such as the root password, the SSH key, the partitions, the license, etc. So you will see in detail during the demo. So we have all the repo, all the OS repo since 2008. So we have the complete historic from the different operating system on Linux and Windows. So Linux, we do support the major operating system like CentOS, Red Hat, Ubuntu, Debian, SUSE, Fedora, Scientific Linux, Oracle, and Windows, we support 2008 and 2012. The last technology core is the migration. So with the migration, you can model live server. So instead of creating from scratch a new template, UForge enables the customer to model live server. That means that UForge migration, so the functionality UForge migration can scan an existing system and report back all the information. So all the information from the system, the operating system, the packages, the middleware, etc., and bring back to UForge. And from UForge, you can recreate a template that can be modified, updated, etc., and generate on the fly a new image for the different cloud environment. So we have a question. So we will take time at the end of the session to answer those questions. Application templating and collaboration. So you will see it in the demo. We are completely multi-OS, completely hybrid. So we support all the major technology for cloud and virtual and physical platforms. So you can generate for any format like OpenStack, Azure, Google, etc. Virtual platform, you can generate VMware, Xen, KVM. So we do support mostly all the environment on the market. The UForge can be integrated in the existing DevOps toolchain, as I said, so via the APIs. UForge you can have your own operating system repo, so you can choose between Linux, Windows. The user get also a private catalog of software, middlewares, application, and they have the full traceability, so the full software governance. That means that they have for each package and a piece of software, you have the version, the release, and you can so you can have the full traceability of your software of your software. So Jorge will do the demo, and he will create for a template from scratch and show you the different features. Application migration. So we do migrate both OS, Linux, and Windows. We have different level of migration. Black box. Black box meaning that we lift and shift the system. So we scan and replicate as is the system. We have a second, more advanced migration called white box. So that means that we scan the system, but before replicating it, UForge enable the user to retouch the system. So in fact, from the scan, we recreate a template, and that can be managed by the user. So the user can change packages, a new version of the packages, new piece of software like security agent, monitoring agent, etc. The migration is completely agnostic in terms of environments. You can move from physical to virtual, virtual to cloud, or cloud to virtual. There is no restriction here. So this is the recap of the different core services of the platform. So you will see it in detail during the demo. So in terms of use cases, the first one is application templating. So here is to create from scratch a new template. So the user choose operating system, add the middleware, application configuration, and generate in a single click to the different physical, virtual, or cloud environment. So before what we see that from our customer is that they do it manually. So the process today are very manual, and it takes a lot of time to build a new image, and they need to be rebuilt from scratch for every cloud. So that means that when you deploy a service on Amazon and you want to run it on Azure, you will need to rebuild completely from scratch the virtual machine. So it's completely opaque. That means that you lose the traceability when you deploy service in different clouds. So you lose complete traceability. With UForge, via templates, so you create one template and you generate an image for Amazon, Azure, Google, etc. So it's a 30% faster application boarding. So as a tool, you speed up your the time to deploy services to the different cloud environment. It's completely automated. UForge, you will see just in the few clicks, you can create a template, generate an image compatible for the different cloud environment. And you have the full software traceability for each layer of the software stack. You have a complete traceability. Application migration is so today what we see is that they do it manually. It's only black box migration, and it's not enough for the customer, and it's one server at a time. With UForge, you can migrate faster. So UForge scans the system, replicate it really rapidly for the different cloud environment. It's quite a simple and automated process. You will see in the demo, and we have a black box migration, but also white box migration. So this is important for the customer to be able to retouch the system before replicating it to the targeted cloud. DevOps integration. So this is an important use case here. What we see today is that the DevOps process are really fragmented. The team are siloed, so that means that team does not collaborate between them. There are also tension between team. Can be we see that customer take months to deliver new services for the end user. So with UForge, we consolidate an existing DevOps process. We simplify it. As it is a completely self-service tool, the enterprise can can really easily collaborate between them. So managing template in the DevOps process is the most agile system for really being for collaborating between teams. So the team share templates instead of sharing complex golden image. Here you can the teams share templates between them. It's the most flexible way to collaborate between teams. And that's all. Do you have any questions so far? So we have some.
Hi, Eric. It's David here. I've been answering some of the questions as we go along. But
thank you, David.
Yeah.
Thank you, David. Thank you. So let's move to the demo part, and at the end we will have we do a review. What about K5? Yes, you can generate K5 OpenStack infrastructure. You can deploy a service for K5. So the connector is under development. We should have this connector available in the coming weeks, at least at the end of the month. But for sure, UForge will be able to generate images for K5. So the white box migration today, I didn't mention it, but the white box is available on Linux today. You can create a template from a scan with the Linux OS. On Windows, we have only the black box migration available, but we are working for providing a kind of white box migration. So as you know, Windows is completely closed operating system. You cannot retouch the system, the OS layer. For instance, choosing the services you need to run the application, you need to bring all the operating system. So, but we can deliver. When we do migration, we do migration from 2008 2008. We don't do migration from 2008 2016. It need to be the same version. Just to finish for the white box migration for Windows, I think we will recreate a template and the customer will be able to add piece of software or do updates on top of the operating system. Today it's not possible to retouch the system, to open the system as we do on Linux. But this is important as well for the customer, but because what we see during the migration project is that the customer wants to be able to add piece of software, do updates before replicating it to the targeted cloud. So it's important for us to provide a kind of black box Windows migration for enabling the customer to add piece of software before replicating to the new targeted cloud. Okay, so I think we can move to the demo part. So Jorge and Pablo, so Jorge, where are you? Jorge. So I give so Jorge, I give you the right to share your screen.
Hello. Hello, do you hear me? Well, I will start with this demo. I will start with one of the principal functionality of UForge. Here you can see the UForge 3.5. And you can see also in the top of this UForge that we have many tabs. One of the principal functionality here is the VM builder, whereas Eric has explained, here is where we can build or model or appliance or template in this case. Sometimes we can talk about appliance or we can talk about templates, but for us, for UForge, we can use the same word. While here we are loading all the appliance that I have done. I just want to show you. Also in the game builder, we are three kinds of appliance. The created appliance. Here we are to list all the appliance that each. For example, here I'm logged as Jorge. So here in create appliance, I will have all the appliance I have done. In imported appliance, here I will see all the appliance I have imported from another workspace or from Hammer file that I will explain after what is a Hammer file. Also here, share appliance. There are all the appliances that we are shared between colleagues. For example, UForge has a functionality that we call collaboration, where we can create workspaces where all the co-workers, we can work in the same appliance, in the same product, in the same project. I will do an example from scratch to create a new appliance, and then I will show you a more complex appliance that I have created. For example, if I need to create an appliance, it's really easy. I just need to click on create. Here in the top there is the button create. Regarding your question, can you also remove software like management console? Do you mean some package, OS package, or what?
So we will do a review of
okay, I do the
question
review at the end. Okay. So, well, here for creating an appliance, I need some basic data. Just give the name, for example, nice demo appliance. I just give a version 1. Remember version. It's important to specify that version here in UForge is just untagged. It's a label. We are not doing controlling version of the appliance. So this is just for add more information to our appliance, but it's just a tag, it's just a label. Also, we have the default organization. For this example, I will choose CentOS Linux. There and release I will leave 7, but well,
you can show you can drop down the.
You can see that we have all the CentOS version here. So I will choose the last one, CentOS 7, and also we could choose an architecture. Here in this platform, UForge Online, we have just one architecture, but in your platform, in any kind of platform, new platform, we can add both architecture, 64 bytes or 32 bytes. I will do create. I have my nice demo appliance created. We have some more additional information. I can just add a description. Here in description, we can add what is this appliance do, why we are doing this appliance, which kind of components they have, what is the requirement, any kind of information. The important thing in our appliance is here in the stack. Here is where we can do a modeling for our appliance. If you can see, we have here and design. We propose to develop the appliance in this way, doing a stack. This stack has 4 layers: install profile, OS profile. In the third layer, we have to to components, projects, and my software and configuration. I will explain each layer. For example, here in OS profile, what is an OS profile? Here we as UForge, we propose 3 OS profiles: server, minimal desktop, and minimal. Well, each profile that we propose, it's actually a set of OS package. In this case of Linux, each profile, for example, in server, we add all the package that we think we can need for installing a Linux server. For example, in server, this profile will have HTTPD server, or for example, in this other profile like minimal desktop, this profile will add all the package that we need to install a graphic desktop like X server, for example. In this case, I will choose server profile. I will do save. And here, what we have all the list of OS package of Linux package we have. For example, if we choose the minimal profile, all these packages will be different. If we choose the desktop minimal profile, also this list of packages will be different.
So we have just an interesting question here, how to choose custom packages that might be required. So as shown by Jorge, you have the list of the OS profile packages. So this OS list corresponds to the server profile, so chosen by Jorge. If you need to add additional packages from the distro or a custom packages on your own, you can do it via search. So you can, if you search on you can search for additional packages by clicking on search.
I will show you how. Here we have the search button. We can add, for example, HTTP search, and here UForge will going to look for all the package that have HTTP as a string. They will look for this package in the repo. On each installation of UForge, we link the several repository. So when I do this search, UForge will going to look for this package in the install repository. All the repository that we have here in this platform are a copy or a mirror of the official CentOS repository. So once we do a search for HTTPD, I can just go through this list. I can look for any package I need.
Just sorry, this is an important question. Does it solve the dependency? Yes. When you first generate an image, so OpenStack, whatever, during the process, UForge automatically pull the dependencies, and this is really important. So you can add your own piece of software, etc. But during the generation, UForge will solve all the dependency automatically.
Yeah, that's important. Well, once I look for the package, I need to add, for example, HTTPD. I just save. And now in the OS profile, I can just filter just to HTTP, and we can see that we have the HTTP server in the OS profile. So when we create an appliance, this new package that we've just added will be part of the appliance, of the image. So I think with this short example of adding a package, we respond to one of the questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, this is a description of the OS profile. The next layer is the install profile. I will show you the install profile layer in the stack. And here we can do several configurations, OS configuration. For example, we can specify the root user or the password of the user. Also, we can specify how we are going to log as a root user, maybe asking the password during installation automatically. From here, we can specify the password. We can say that for this appliance, root users don't have password, but we need to add an SSH hash key in order we can log in the system when the system or the appliance is deployed in our cloud platform on a virtual machine. Another functionality we propose in this appliance is to add users and group. So from here we can add all the users we need, all the standard configuration of the users. I do create, and now when this appliance is deployed in our cloud platform, we are going to see that one user is created. Also, we can create groups. Internet settings, well, we are just saying that if the DHCP is going to be set automatically. Another important and helpful configuration is the partitioning, where we can specify the partitioning table. Here we can see that we have all the functionality.
In terms of,
we can add, erase all the partitioning, giving a size, doing a label, the main point, and specify the file system. Kernel settings, we can add some kernel settings, choose for the keyboard, accept all the license, specify the time zone, writing a welcome message, and specify if the firewall should be enabled or not. So if you can see, this both layer is all about our operating system.
Yeah, just we have an interesting comment here. Ability to choose and remove packages mean restricted enterprise. So yes, completely true. And Jorge did not show you this feature because we have an additional feature. In fact, via the console administration, you can create your own profile. That means that the customer, if the customer has, for instance, a server profile which needs specific packages, security agent, etc., via the console administration, the customer can create its own OS profile. So that for the legacy, for the security, for the traceability, etc., it's a very interesting feature. So that everyone in the enterprise can choose the right profile with the right legacy, the right security packages, so that everybody can create a template with the right version of the packages on the operating system layer. Yes. Yes. Go on. Yes.
Yeah, Eric has told about packaging. Well, this is really helpful for all the enterprise that have some policies governance. For example, if the administration of the platform wants to create a new OS profile with the specific package or a specific version for any kind of functionality like server or like a desktop or any kind of functionality, any kind of needs that we have to accomplish in our enterprise, we as administrator or the administrator of the platform can create a new OS profile.
Mm-hmm.
So user don't have to bother about choosing the right package, or we can avoid that the user use a wrong package or with another version. So this is really helpful for manage our governance in the enterprise. OS profile and install profile, this both layer, they are focused to the operative system. I will explain what is my software in the next layer. Well, here, when I finish to configure my operative system, my OS, well, I need to install software that package that they don't belong from the native OS repository. For example, here I have a list of some software that there are not OS native package. For example, I have Alfresco community. I have here also an script in this list. I have another software, Bonita VPN and Cloud Incentive, and several software. This is another repository that we can create in order to add more software. It's important to say that here in my software is a personal software. For example, me as Jorge, as user Jorge, this is my personal repository of my software. So I just can see this package, but no one can see my personal repository. So for my personal project, for example, my personal appliance, I need to add Bonita to this appliance. I need to add, for example, Alfresco community. Once we choose all the software I need to add to this example, I click in the arrow here, and this both package will be part of this new appliance. Remember, always here we have to save. And now these two packages, Alfresco community and Bonita VPN, will be part of this appliance. In the second component, that projects, it's the same functionality where we can have several software here to add to the appliance. The difference between projects and my software is in projects there is we can say that it's a repository, but this repository is managed by the administrator of the platform. For example, administrator can add some software, a specific software, that software will be shared through all the organization. And my software is just the software that is personal, and me as user Jorge I will manage. So in projects, also we give this capability to manage our governance. For example, if the administrator said that all the organization needs to install a specific version of some software, the administrator will be add this software to projects, and all the organization, all the user will have available this software to install in our appliance. So this is one way we can manage also the governance of our organization. Okay, the next layer, configuration. It's also regarding software and OS. For example, once I add my both package, Alfresco and Bonita, I need a script to finish the installation. To finish the installation or do whatever kind of configuration on scripting activity. For example, configuration, you can see we have boot scripts. I can click on new. I will have edit text. And here we can add any kind of bash commands. For example, I need to copy a file to another file. This is just a short example. I will show you an real and functional example. I give the name to the script. Also here, input type, we have two types of scripts. Every boot and first boot. For example, here in first boot, what we are doing is saying that this script will be executed only once the first time that the system is deployed. So for this script, we are just to execute commands that will be executed to finish our installation, to finish our deployment. If we select every boot, we are going to say that this script will be executed each time the system is restarted. So for example, for doing some clean tasks, for starting some service, or for stopping some service, to doing some verification tasks for every boot. I will just save. Now I have my script. Well, as I have shown you, this is the basic appliance. How we create an appliance from scratch. Now I will show you two examples of.
Maybe you can click on generate and.
Well, here, as Eric said, once the appliance is done, we finish the configuration. We add all the package we need. We add all the software I need. I can do generate. And here you will see all the possibilities of the choices we have to create an image. For example, for cloud service, we can, from one appliance, we can create several images from different cloud providers. For example, Amazon, or Microsoft Azure, or OpenStack, ruሥsu, all the supported cloud providers.
And in 3.6, you will see K5. So you will have an icon K5, so you can generate an image compatible for K5 and publish it into your account on K5. So for a cloud environment, UForge generate an image, but also publish it into your account, into the targeted cloud. So maybe you can show.
Before that, I just want to show you that also we can generate
Yeah.
virtual format, Hyper-V format or ODF format. Also, we support VirtualBox format, VMware vCenter format, and all these formats are supported. Or even you can create your ISO. For this example, I will do an OpenStack generation. For OpenStack, I just need to specify the format QCOW2 image, maximum disk size. I do generate. And we are going to, UForge, will generate this image for the specific cloud format.
Yeah, so it is this during this process that UForge will check automatically the dependencies. Checking dependencies, you see, this is the second step. So UForge check the dependency automatically. So everything will be pulled during this generation. So maybe you can show on my account when the generation is done, you can and then publish this image into your cloud account. So on the left, you have all the cloud supported by UForge, and on the right is all the accounts you have open on the different cloud infrastructure. So here you have Jorge have an account on OpenStack infrastructure, so provided by one of our partner W2. So when the generation is done, Jorge will be able to publish this image into his account on this infrastructure. Same for Amazon, for Azure, etc.
Yeah. I will show you some examples that there are done while this is generating. In dashboard, we can consult all the generations. For example, I have done several generations, several tests, also several published to the OpenStack, to the vCenter, Amazon, Azure. I want to show you a template that more complex that is already done. For example, this one, Bonita VPN. This is a complete example that we have done here in. For example, as I have told you here in description, we can add several information like what is the software we are doing. We can write some installation instructions, some information, for example, to the documentation of the software we are installing. Stack, I will show you, is we have all the package. There is not any different from the previous example. In my software, for this specific appliance, Bonita VPN Community, I have added three software here: Bootscript, the Bonita Engine, and the Oracle GDK. Here we can see all the components I need to create a Bonita VPN Community appliance. I will show you also the configuration. Here you can see we have a script that is Bonita installed. I can go inside, and we can see that in the script I can add all the bash commands I need to finish my installation. For example, once the appliance is deployed in the virtual machine or in the cloud service, once the OS is installed, I need to do an unzip from the Bonita engine, because the Bonita engine becomes packaged from a zip file. I add the path I need to be installed. I can change the rights from the script. I can do some configurations, and in the end I can set that start the Bonita server. So this is a real example how we are doing our scripts and how we are doing our appliance. And the script in this example is first food, so it's only for the installation. I will show you another.
Maybe you can show the updates.
The update.
So you can see that you have 11 updates.
Yeah, this is another functionality that people are really happy every time we show you this functionality. If you see here in this button update, we have a little number 11. Here we can, and here in the top we can see a timeline with several dates. And here in this point with the letter A, this point is indicating at which time our OS package becomes the version. For example, if I choose the last point here, 24 October,
You can get the latest.
I can see that we have 11 packages that we need to update. We're also more easier. I can click in the get latest available package. I will see that the latest is November 4. I do click on simulate, and here we are going to see all the packages that we need to update. For example, here we are going to see the 11 package that there are a new available version available. So once we do update, all these package will be updated. For example, this appliance was created at the end of this year, January 2060. So now we have all these new available version. I do update. And then we can see that I have another little dot point that is indicated that the last version of the OS package is, for example, all the packages are updated. And here in the updates, we don't have the little number, because now all the OS packages are updated to the last available version. But for example, if once I do the update, I realize that some version, I don't need some version, or maybe the new version are not compatible with our software, with my software, or maybe for any governance policy, I need a specific version, and I don't need the latest version. So I can go back to the time, maybe to July 2060, I can choose this point in the timeline. I do simulate, and I will see all the packages that are available in this specific date. So I can do update, and now I will see that our appliance, the package that there are inside this appliance, will be from July 2016.
Important things here. So we'll talk about Windows later. We have a restriction with Windows OS as it's not open operating system. The main difference between Linux and Windows is that on the OS profile, it's not possible to have a view as we do with Linux. You cannot not have a service or the service view from a Windows OS. As the Windows is a golden image, it's not possible today. It start to be Microsoft start to provide some tooling to do some customization. So I think it's an improvement from our side to integrate those tooling. But today it's not possible to really open, as we do on Linux, a Windows OS, choose only the services you need to run the application and generate an image. So for Windows, you can only choose the different license. You have the web server, data center. You can choose between full or core, profile, etc. But it's not possible to open an OS Windows image. The customer can integrate if the customer has a specific ISO with certain updates done, it can be included in the OS catalog.
Yeah, also it's important to remember that Linux and Windows are different. Windows is a monolithic OS, so they don't have actually the way to manage package. Here, this functionality is done because Linux provides this way to manage package. They have his own system to manage package. For example, for Red Hat kind of distribution, they have a RPM that in this way Linux provide a way to manage package. For a Debian OS, they have dev package that they have the way system to manage the package. But this is all for Linux, and Windows, they don't provide this way to manage the package. They don't have they have a different way to manage its software. So it's not a functionality that UForge can do because they don't know how to do it. It's just because Linux and Windows are different kind of software, different kind of OS. So if Windows don't provide a way to manage its package, its service like Linux do, well, it's difficult to implement this kind of functionality for Windows.
We will talk later about clustering. We have noted the question. No problem.
Yeah, just for finish the governance of the package using an appliance, I will go back to the stack, the OS profile, and I will do if you see here, for each package, we have a sticky button. What do you mean that? For example, if I do a sticky for this package, for bash package, you can see the version 4.246 and release 19L7. I do sticky, and here I can see all the available version I have. Now, if I set for any governance policy that my enterprise or my appliance have to use only Bash 4.245, I choose this specific version. I do save, and now this package is sticky. So each time I go back to the updates, I go to the latest available package. I do simulate. I update all the package. I go back to the stack, OS profile. We can see that all the package in this OS profile is updated to the latest version, but Bash still remains as the version I specify by this sticky button. So as you can see, the latest version of Bash is 4.246, but as I specify sticky, the version will be remain as 45. So this is really helpful. For example, when I have my OS profile, I'll update on my OS package, but I know that my software, my project needs a specific version of a package. For example, I need Bash 45. I can update all my operating system, but keeps the version I need and I require for my specific needs, my specific software. I think I have shown you all the general functionality of appliance.
So as we have templates, we are very agile. So you can also share this template into, for instance, a marketplace or a gallery. You can clone it if you want to do some updates and incremental updates. And as presented by Jorge, you can generate an image compatible for any clouds. So you have a lot of flexibility by managing a template instead of working directly on the stack itself. So I think it's done on the VM Builder side. We will send you some videos after the session and some doc. We have also tutorials, step-by-step tutorials. Maybe you can present the migration.
Okay. Well, I just show you here. We have cloned or Bonita appliance. If I do short, well, I have both. Name is here. We can see clone and the old one Bonita. Okay, now the migration. Migration it's an important tool that we provide in the UForge. Actually, for using this tool is really easy. The use case for this functionality, there are several use cases. One of the use cases is, for example, I have a legacy system in a physical machine, and I need to move this system to the cloud. So what we do, we can't take the risk to install from scratch the system in a new cloud. So we prefer to scan the machine using UForge. So UForge will scan this legacy system will recuperate or will get all the information for the system, and we create an image inside the server of UForge, and then in these legacy systems we can export it or publish it in the cloud account, or even we can create a virtual machine, and this system will be remains as the original system. Also, another use case that we have found is I have several virtual machine installed in cloud service provider, but the contract with this server provider has finished, or maybe I don't like this server provider because of its service, because it's expensive. So if I need to move to another service cloud provider, so I can use UForge to scan all my virtual machine in a specific cloud provider and migrate all my virtual machines to one cloud provider to another cloud provider. I will show you how to do it. It's actually really easy. In migration tab, I go to scan. When I click on scan, they will ask me for the name of the new scan. Into the example, I can choose between Linux and Windows. For this example, I will do Linux. Also, we can specify that the scan exclude some directory. For example, I need to migrate only the software, only the configuration, but maybe I don't need to migrate the user data. That is the more clear example. For example, I know that in my system, I don't need the data from that user. So I add the directory, and when the scan tools do its job, they will exclude this directory. So all this data will not in the migration. Once I specify the name, the OS I need to scan, and the directory to exclude, I do click on Next. And here we have two commands that we need to execute in order we can start the migration. I will open a virtual machine just to give you to finish this example.
So regarding the Windows migration, the process is quite similar, but instead of having a binary, you have an executable that will be uploaded on the source machine, and you double click on it, and you launch the binary on the Windows platform, and the entire disk will be scanned, and all this information will be reported back to UForge.
Je pense qu'il faut partager tout l'écran à moi. Comment on fait ça?
Ah. It's this one?
Yeah.
Ah, tu es sur la partie web?
Ouais.
T'as pas la partie client?
Non. Je pense qu'on peut le faire. Comment?
Ndio ule automatic.
Mais c'est la partie client qui l'a pris.
C'est ça.
Ah, ouais, il est là.
Share screen. Share. Okay. Well, here I have a virtual machine just for this example, but remember, we can scan any physical, virtual, or cloud machine. I just need to check the network. Okay. I will connect. Sorry. It's more easier if I connect from here. Okay. I copy this command that is actually a core command here, and this command will download binary. I can see the binary here, UForge scan. Once the binary is in our original machine, I copy the second command that will change the rights from the binary and will execute the binary. And this script will ask for our UForge account password. I give my UForge password. Sorry. And you can see here in the bottom that we are scanning the machine. The scanning do several steps. For example, scanning the file package, scanning the disk. So this scan could last. Well, it depends on the machine, the processor, the memory, also how many packages are installed in the original machine. That takes several minutes. But I can go back to the UForge. I click OK, and here we can see we have our new nice scan. Scan one. Here we can see the progress of our scan. Well, here in the list, you can see I have done several scans. For save some minutes, we can see this one. How is the scan inside? This was an scan from an example that I did with David. We scanned a machine, a CentOS 7, 5 months ago. And here we can see this is a white box migration. Why? Because here we can see all the native package that becomes from the original machines. This is all the OS package that this tool found in the machine. Also, we can see other files. Other files is the files that don't become, or they don't come from the native OS package. For example, all the configuration. I will show you one configuration. Here all the configuration files, conf, close this, I close this one. Also, in this example, we didn't exclude the home file, so I can see also all the files that becomes for USS guest. So all the files that don't come from the native OS package, we can found it here. So once we check all the files and the native package that everything is okay, we have functionality that we can do. For example, from this scan, we can directly generate an image to any cloud, as we did with the last previous example with our appliance. So from a scan, we can generate directly an image to publish to any kind of cloud or virtual machine. So it's generated the image from the scan. Also, we can go to the migration. We go to the scan, and we can do import. This is the, as I have told you, this is the wide migration, because we can see all the data we have from the original machine, but also we can do an import and generate a new appliance from the original machine. Appliance from all machine, for example, all the scanned machine. I do import. Okay, well, this is just a warning because we are using this scan for generating, so we cannot generate and import the same scan, but we can choose this other scan. It's the same. Actually, it's a copy of the old appliance. I do import. Okay, everything is okay. Have app from all scan machine, and here it's generating from the scan this new appliance. I just go to dashboard, generations. I see our example, the scan is generating. I go back to migration. I think it was finished, so I go back to VM Builder. This when we do an scan and then we import it as appliance, all these appliances will be imported appliance from VM Builder. Here is the appliance. So app from all scan machine. Our import has finished. So I can see is the CentOS 7. I can go to the stack, and now we have a normal appliance, a normal template that we can use it as any kind of templates. We can add package, remove package. We can remove also our software. So now from my old view machine or from my old legacy system, I have this template that I can modify and customize as I need. So this is the functionality of migration. As you have seen, it's really easy. You just need to execute two commands and then to choose if we generate an image or we generate a new appliance for customize it.
Okay, thank you, Jorge. So this is an overview of UForge capabilities. I did notice all the questions. So I think what we do is to answer your question in the follow-up email. So we will take each question and answer them, and I will copy it in my follow-up emails.
Also, my last comment, scanning is also useful for audit our system. For example, in this case, I have a scan that is called this HTTP. But if you can see, we have two scans. So, for example, if one day I have a machine that is working okay, everything goes okay. But tomorrow, as administrator, I see that something is broken. I need to know which was broken, if there were a file that was modified, or if a package was updated. So I can audit, I can scan the machine, and another time I do compare. And here I can see a list of the scans I have done. So I can choose these both. I can choose these both scans. From the both lists, and to compare. And you can see, well, this this is just one sample example. UForge has compared both scan, and UForge has detected that there is no changes in the package. But there are some other files. They don't show the difference, but UForge tells you that these three files have changed. So in this way, we can go log to the machines and see the difference from these three files. And that's a good tool as administrator when we need to do some audit activities from different from the same machines. Well, I think I have done. I'm done.
Yeah, okay. So we have another interesting product called UForge Marketplace. In fact, UForge Marketplace enables the user to share in a kind of store or public area all the template created, so that other people can reuse them, generate directly an image, and publish it to the different cloud environment. But I don't know if you have still time.
Yeah, we might need to do a follow-up, perhaps, Eric and team.
Okay.
Because I think
all right.
people are a bit stuck on time.
Okay.
What I will do definitely, for one, Eric and team, very much thanks for the good explanation and overview. What's important for me, I think, if you can share the details, of course, where they can find more information. And I assume people can now try to, let's say, sign up for the system themselves, try to do some testing without any issues. And I think then we can, in parallel, see, okay, what's the best next step to get some, let's say, more follow-up sessions. And I think we'll also do some rerun of this session, perhaps with another larger audience, because now just specifically picked a couple of people from the various teams for the initial sessions. And then we do a wider MIA type of session as well, perhaps. But let's first start with this group, already get acquainted with the product, get acquainted with the material available, and then we take it from there.
Okay, all right. So as well, we do a recap of all the questions that have been asked during this session. I will do a recap on my email follow-up. I will send you to you, Ron and David, and maybe Ron, you can forward it to the audience.
Yeah, we'll make sure that it's distributed.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you all. Thanks all for attending.
Talk to you.